Everybody, here we go again. This is Lindsay Huddleston with Sports Psychology Solutions. We're live with Emoni Bates at Bates Athletics Training Basketball Camp today, Bates Fundamentals. You guys saw my post last week, and I was talking about Emoni and his dad, EJ, who's here, is going to join us later. But I had a chance to talk to Emoni. And right here, what we're talking about is how you, as an eighth grader, being ranked as the #1 eighth grader in the country, how do you really deal with all the fame? You told me something that was very surprising, that sometimes you give your phone to your dad to be able to stay focused. So just share with us a little bit for all the other young people who are out here, some things you talked to me about already that you do to kind of keep you grounded and keep you focused.
So basically every day, like, I'm in the gym. So when I get distracted from social media, I just give my dad my phone so I can stay focused. So that wouldn't distract me, so I can just stay focused on my school and basketball. So when I get home, I can go straight to the gym and I'll get my work done. I come home, do my homework. And then after that, in the morning, I'll get my phone back for just the school day so I can communicate with my father.
That's good. You know, something you said too is keep working on your craft, keep working on your craft. And I think a lot of young people, when they experience a level of success, not even close to the success that you've had, they kind of feel they can fall back a little bit. So what do you mean when you talk about working on your craft?
Basically, just be in the gym every day, just work hard. Always don't ever think that you're better than everyone, because it's always somebody else out there that's trying to work and take your spot. So you always got to work 10 times harder. And that's just what I do. I put that in my head every time I work out.
Wow. So you're saying that even though when you're out there and you get all these accolades, you always think that there's somebody else better? Because people were even saying, I met a guy who's an official, and he refed some of your games, and he was so surprised at how you were always hungry. Talk about how you always remain hungry and what that's about. And speak up a little bit more in the mic.
I'm always remain hungry because basically my brother, I always used to play basketball with him always, and he always taught me to always have a dog in me. So ever since he told me that, I always been playing hard, always had a dog, and that just made me go harder every day. Like, I didn't have respect for nobody. I just had to prove to everybody that I belong to be out here. I just wanted to prove my point.
So when you say the term always have a dog into you, kind of break that down a little bit more for people who don't quite understand what that means. What does that mean to you?
Like, basically that means, like, go out there and play with heart and give it your all. Don't just be out there lollygagging, because I know a lot of people out here don't take basketball serious. Like, I actually take basketball serious. Like, this is my life. It's like my life I'm dedicated to now. So I actually go out there and prove my point that I really belong here. And I really go forward with it.
Really good. But how is it though? I mean, you're 6'7". I mean, you're probably, anybody you play against your age, you're gonna have a lot of natural advantages. So how do you not fall off and not just kind of say, well, I can just lay back this game? How do you keep going like that, even with that dog in you?
Basically, I go hard. Like, just like I said before, I go hard every day in the gym. So when all the stuff I do in the gym, it comes in during the game time. So I'm already used to, like, always doing my drills consistently. So when it comes to the game, I know what to do. And when I'm with my dad, he always trains me, and my other trainer, Daryl, he always helps me. They always help me out with getting better for the basketball. And my strength trainer, he always helps me. So when I'm out there, I feel like I'm supposed to, because when I play against the older people all my life. So when I go out there and play my age group, then it's like I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do, and that's how I do it.
Very good. So you talked about having a strength trainer. So even at this age, you're also incorporating, working out. And do you think a lot of other players do that at this age, incorporating things like strength training and whatnot into their workout?
I know there's some people that do, but I don't know like a lot of people that do, but I know a couple that do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go hard every time I'm in strength training, because that's one thing I'm working on doing, is getting stronger. I'm getting stronger. Now, I don't want to get, like, bulky, but I just get stronger.
So getting strength.
Yeah.
So you said something else about like the repetition of the work, and your dad mentioned that when he was working 150 kids out today. So does it get boring doing things over and over again? What makes you stay locked in and doing things over and over again and that repetition?
My dad, at first, when we started doing it over and over, I thought it was boring, but I always went hard at it, so that I made it fun. I added stuff to it, and my dad always told me the stuff that's boring is the stuff that's going to work out and help you more in the game. Because all the flashy passes and all that, my dad just said repetition, and then when you go to the game, it's going to be easier for you to score. And the college coach is going to watch. Like, he always tells me, whatever you do when you train, go hard at it, because when it comes into the game, you don't want to be lollygagging and not knowing what to do. So that's what I do.
So you're saying even though those drills may seem bored, you still go hard at it. You may add something else, but also still go hard because nobody wants to see you lollygag. Do you think a lot of players do that?
Yeah, a lot of people probably do, cause I know I go hard every time I train. I don't care how tired I am. The days I don't even want to go, I go just to, cause when I get there, I'm glad I came, cause a lot of people, I know a lot of people are in the gym every day, so I don't want to take a back seat. And I gotta outwork everybody. So
Right. We're going to try to catch up with your dad soon. All I want to say is, man, I'm very impressed with you, your family, and what you're doing. So let's talk a little bit more about your future for people who may not really know about your background. What do you see your future being like the next year, next 5 years, next 10 years? Can you speak up a little bit to make sure we catch you?
Hopefully, I want to play in the NBA. And basically, I want to get my mom a bigger house, retire from working, and that's my main goal. Is just make it to the NBA really, and I just want to make it. I want to be the best player to ever play this game.
Is that stressful for you sometimes?
Not really. No,
Really?
No.
Why would you say it's not stressful? Because a lot of people will look at that as stressful. You know, how is it that you don't find stress in that? And I'm not saying you should. But
What?
The whole idea of what you want to do, your goal to go to the NBA, your goal to provide this, home for your mom, and everybody just coming at you all the time. How do you manage that?
Like I always say, when I'm God, I know God got me, so I always look up to God. And God, when He gave me the power to do it, God gave me a blessing, so I just take advantage of it. So
Right.
I don't really let none of all that stuff get to me. I just know, even down, I just always gotta pray to God. And with God, when I'm on the court, I feel like God told me, I always listen to Him, like just go out there and play your game. So
You play your
that's what I
game.
do.
Play your game. Very good. Do you consider yourself a role model for people your age?
I hope so. Yes.
You hope so?
That's what I want to do.
So that means that a lot of your behaviors, you're thinking about other people too, right?
Yeah. So because basically when I'm out in public, I don't do none of that bad stuff. How people like some basketball players, they be out here trying to smoke and all that. I'm not like that. I want to actually have a good example on kids, so when they can look up to me and see if I make it, they can be like, oh yeah, he's a really good person.
That's great.
I don't want kids to look at me, oh, he's bad, it's terrible attitude. I don't want people to look at me
Right.
like that.
Well, that's good. You've been really good in this interview, man. You got a lot of practice at it. You're going to have a lot more. So one more thing before we wrap up. What can you tell any girl, any boy that's out there and they want to do something with this basketball? What kind of words of inspiration can you give them right now?
Just always keep your head up, no matter how bad you might not want to train. Always go train. When the days you don't feel like training, go out there and train. Always keep a good head, have a good attitude, and that's it. Keep a good attitude and keep your head.
Okay. Well, the key I can take out of this interview with you, man, you talked about training, you talked about, working on your craft, and you talked about being a good person, man. You're saying all the right things. I know that's who you are. So I want to wish you the best of luck. Some people say you don't need it. So with that, I want to thank you. I'm here in Ypsilanti at Bates Fundamental. It was a great camp. It's going to be a few more coming up, maybe leading into the summer. You definitely can follow Bates Fundamentals on social media. And Emoni, I want to thank you for having you. Thank you. And good luck to you with everything, okay?
Thanks for having me.
Okay, thanks everybody for tuning in, and stay close. We might have something else for you in a moment too. All right.